'Cause I love you. Yeah. Don't you forget it whenever you need.
What up, Candace Cass?
What up, y'all? What up? We are back again with another production for y'all. Yeah.
And today we are coming to you guys with our
coming out story. You dragging it. Our coming out story. Okay? Our first story time.
Yes. So this is going to be her very first time hearing my coming out story. And I only heard bits and pieces of hers, but hers altogether is just going to be outrageous because she's outrageous. So you already know that it's going to be
I'm not outrageous
stuff.
I'm fabulous.
Okay, girl. I'm just going to let you go with it.
Okay.
So, who's going to go first? Wait, before we go, make sure you guys go subscribe to our channel. Get all your family, friends, peoples on our channel because we're trying to grow and we want y'all to help us grow. So, yeah, just had to squeeze that in there.
You go first. Mine's is long.
Yes, it is.
So you need to go ahead and get yours out the way so we can get it poppin'. Get it poppin'.
Okay. So,
from the beginning, from the time you started liking girls, not, the time you started doing it with girls, but the time you first knew you liked girls, to the time you told your mother or whoever. So,
the very first time I started liking girls or knew that I had some kind of feelings or intimacy going on in my body for some females, I was 6. Yes, 6 years old. You do know.
You said 7. You told me 7.
No, it was 6. So, yeah, it was started with some people that my mom was friends with, and they had daughters, 3 of them, and me and the oldest one was the closest in age. So it started with her. We started, like, I guess experimenting, like maybe touching on each other, and I'm not sure if we really kissed each other, maybe once or twice, but I don't know if I'm into all that kissing when I was young. I just wanted to feel. So we did that, and
fast ass.
It was just something that gave you pleasure. So it was just, it made you feel real good. It made me feel really good. But I knew it wasn't something I was supposed to do, but I still did it anyway. So that went on for at least a few years, and then it ended up happening with more people that I knew. And
what do you mean end up happening, like with more people?
We would have sleepovers and stuff, and like some of the other girls, nobody wants to say, oh, I'm into girls. You're young, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, most people think you don't know what you're talking about.
Were you recruiting people?
No, we wasn't recruiting. It was just something that mostly every girl wanted to do.
Where are you finding these girls?
I'm not telling you about it.
Where are you finding these girls?
We was all friends. We all went to church together.
So it was a church lesbian cult.
You made stuff sound so horrible. No, it wasn't that.
I heard it was.
It was not. Shut your mouth. So it ended up happening with a few girls, and then of course they was not feeling right because they wasn't sure what was going on. Me, myself, I knew what I was doing. I knew what I liked. I wanted to do this. It was something that I enjoyed, and I did not want to stop doing it. So it kept happening, and then it went on for years. Like, by this time, I'm at least 11. So it's been happening for about 5 years. So it just happened. So this is how it actually came out to my mom. It was a week before Christmas, and we was all at her friend's house with the 3 daughters.
Christmas? That's a terrible time. You could be on punishment for that. No presents.
What on birthday? So, we were laying in the bed watching a movie. We're just being kids laying in the bed in a room. Parents in the living room somewhere talking or whatever. And the other 2 sisters wasn't really as close as me and the older sister.
Hold me, girl.
And then we started, you get on my nerves. We started, touching on each other. And then she goes, well, I don't want to do this no more. I think we should stop.
Girl, it's too late for all that. You jumped in the fire. It's time to get going.
But I was like, why? Like, what is going on? I don't think that's not right. We shouldn't be doing this. It's not very Christian-like. And in the Bible, it says we shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, that's what I said too. So I was like, okay, whatever. She's like, well, I think I should tell my mom. I was like, why would you do that? If you tell your mom, you know your mom is going to tell my mom and that's going to get me in trouble. You're not really worried about yourself. Well, you're worried about yourself, but you're not thinking about me too. Which, I mean, if that's what she wanted to do, then go ahead and do it. But I didn't want her to do it. So I ended up leaving. We went home. I got in the shower. And by the time I got in the shower, you know, scrubby-dub-dub, I get out and my mom goes, Kayla, come in here. I need to talk to you about something. So I knew that by that time, her mom done called my mom and told her.
Uh-oh, dun, dun, dun.
So it was like my heart dropped to my ass. So it was like, what the hell am I about to talk about? So she was like, so
you already knew that.
What is going on between you and such and such? I'm like, what you mean? She was like, well, I know what y'all been doing because she told her mom and I just got off the phone with her. Like, why are you doing this kind of stuff? This isn't right. You know this isn't right. You shouldn't be doing this. It's not of the Lord.
Was she yelling or was she calm?
No, she was calm. I mean, there's no reason to yell at me. I'm young. Yes, I know what I'm doing, but you don't understand why I'm doing it. So I don't feel like you should be yelling at me.
You know how parents are.
Not true, but my mom didn't yell. She was very Christian-like. She's a preacher. So for one, that's kind of embarrassing for your daughter to be doing things that's ungodly. So she was like, well, I don't
according to the Bible and the world, it's ungodly. But God loves all of us, okay?
Shut the hell up. You get on my nerves.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
she ended up talking to me, telling me all the things I should and shouldn't do, trying to understand why everything was going on, and asking about all the people that it happened with. And I told her,
damn,
some. So at this point, she was like, okay, well, the next day was Sunday. So of course I had to go to church. And while we're in church, we don't sit next to each other. She don't sit us next to each other. Which we always sat together because we're all friends, so we always sat together. Of course, my mom's up there with the preachers or whatever, so you can see us. Of course, we're not going to do nothing in church. But we're sitting in church, and by this time, at the end, most black churches, you know, they sit up there and ask anybody, do they need prayer or about anything that they need. Oh, Lord. Well, my mama had to bring all of us up there to get prayed for in front of the whole church.
Shut up. See, I didn't know all this, right? I don't know nothing about it.
So,
this is embarrassing.
It's very embarrassing, but they didn't know what we were getting prayed for. They just know it was a group of us that was getting prayed for. I
was going to say, everybody in the whole church know you gay and been messing around and humping and going on. I would have ran right out the church. Fuck everybody!
Yeah, so we ended up getting prayed for, and by the end of church, my mom doesn't really say much to me, but then a few weeks go by and it's like nothing ever really happened. She doesn't bring it up. I don't bring it up. I don't really care. So it kept going on throughout middle school and high school. I had multiple girls in high school, but it wasn't like multiple girls I was like doing a lot with. I just liked a lot of them. Maybe I felt on their boobs or their butt or kissed them.
You fast.
Yeah, I was fast. I was fast all of my years of school. I was horrible. But
that's growth to admit.
Yes. So that's how that went. And then my mom never really brought it up anymore. I guess she just forgot about it because she thought that just because I was dating dudes, I didn't like them or whatever.
But little do you know, that was my facade.
Oh my God. So yeah, and then I ended up with her.
And that's a different story for a different video. Okay? Yeah. How we met video coming, not now, down the line. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with my coming out story. Long and interesting. All right? So,
yeah.
But first, let me start with, again, she don't know the full story. But let me start with this. I've been the same person since I was a youngin', okay? So I don't know why everybody was so surprised when it finally happened. Not everybody, but my family. Like, y'all know already. Like, I dressed the same way. I act the same way. I had brothers. I have a sister, but she a year younger than me. So I looked up to my brothers. And I did what my brothers did. So why are you surprised? But really, just because my brothers was liking girls, not because I was like, oh, because they doing it, I need to do that. No, I actually had an attraction. I knew you weren't supposed to like girls as a girl. But let me tell you how that went. How I knew I first liked girls, I was 6. Yep. You know early on. You know early on.
You really do know.
Okay. So I was 6, and my brother, he's 4 years older than me. He had his little friends over, and all of them had their little girlfriends. You know, elementary boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. It wasn't serious.
No.
Just play, I guess. So I was 6, and they was, 10 and whatever, or 11. And so back then, how to go get it, hide and go get it was the game. Okay? If you know what that is, look it up.
I didn't really play that too much. I think
I was born down here.
Oh, fuck you.
We in Brooklyn, right on the block, playing how to go get it. It was nighttime. Pretty much it's hide and go seek, except for when you find them, you just hump. Yeah. Hump. Get it. Come here, girl. You just hump.
So nasty. You're gross.
Anyway, so we was doing that, and you know how your older siblings be like, you can't play, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I want to play. Nah, you can't play. My brother's girlfriend at the time, her name was China. I'm going to say her name because she don't remember us. Her name was China. She was half Asian, half black. Gorgeous, okay? I guess her parents named her China because it fit.
Possibly.
The little chinky eyes. I don't know. Anyways, but she was cute. And I was like, girl. You don't know what I'll do to you.
Oh, my God.
Like, I can really do anything. I'm serious.
Right. Sit down.
But anyway, I was like, yes, girl, I want you. Why you with my brother?
But what did you want?
Shut up. I don't know. I wanted to hump her. Damn it. Anyways, so she was like, nah, let her play. So I was happy she took up for me or whatever. But they let me play, but I wasn't really playing. You know how little kids, you let them play, but you don't even really involve them? Yeah. So I'm hiding, and nobody ever found me. So I just said, forget it. I'm just going to follow behind China and just walk around with her and try to be funny and cool for her. Anyway.
And what happened with that?
Nothing.
It didn't get you nowhere?
I'm a little girl. She like a 6-year-old. Get out of here. I'm pretty sure she wasn't gay. Anyways, so that's how I knew I was a lesbian. I like girls. And so I'm going to use the term gay and lesbian interchangeably. I know gay is for boys and lesbian for women, but I just...
Whatever.
Lesbian term is just too long. I don't feel like saying that. So then we moved here to South Carolina, and it was high school. In high school, this girl, cheerleader, I'm not going to say her name because she's well known here. So she was like, I don't even know why you got a boyfriend. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. She's like, you gay? And I'm like, no, I'm not. She goes, yes, you are. You are. And I'm like, in my head, like, I'm clearly gay, but... Or this time I've been dating boys, still liking girls, crushing on them, but you know, society said that's not right.
Fuck a society. Shut it.
She's like, I'm gonna make you live your truth. You gay. And she got on butt naked and everything. In the gym. We in gym now in high school.
In the gym or is she in the locker room?
In the locker room though. But the gym, the locker room was in the gym. And so she got all butt naked, right? And I'm like,
was she pretty butt naked?
Gorgeous. She was
like,
thick.
Was everything maintained?
Yeah, she thick. She a cheerleader. Yeah.
Like groomed and going on.
Thick and groomed and everything. Her feet was big though, but I don't like that. But everything else, she was bad. Everybody in high school wanted her. Everybody, right? But she was crushing on me. She was trying to help me bring that out. You know what I mean? I guess you could say she kind of turned me out. But I was already... Y'all get the picture. So she naked and everything, and she started taking my hands and touching on her body. I was like, I'm clearly fucking gay because I love this. Yes. We didn't do anything like real, you know, it wasn't sexual.
Like real deal,
sex. It wasn't intercourse or anything like that. It was just touching and feeling. And I was like, yes, girl, yes. I started dating my first girlfriend. And I think like the last semester of 11th grade into 12th grade. And so she was like, yeah, you got to come out. You got to come out to your peoples because my family know and all this.
That don't mean my family got to know. That's what I would have told them.
You know, and I was in love or whatever I thought. And I was like, let me just do it if she's more comfortable with this. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. So